Well, guys, this is Matt and Watch. Like and subscribe if you're not subscribed, please do it. Helps me in a big way. Like and please, I want to get to 100 subscribers at least.
Bottom of the ocean that shouldn't exist. Now, you've heard of sea monsters before, but this ocean cryptid is something else. Because it's so elusive, nobody knows what it is for sure, but it's earned the name the black carpet. And over the course of several years, divers, fishermen, biologists, and crewmen on naval ships have reportedly had encounters with this massive entity. Deep-sea divers who witnessed this thing said it looked like the ocean floor itself was moving. It's been described as this 1,000-foot wide black mass, kind of in the shape of a Portuguese man-o'-war, but also similar to a gigantic siphonophore, although it's not that exactly. And it's said to be covered in thin antennae and has thousands of these retractable tentacles. And according to the stories, this thing slowly roams the ocean floor, gathering nutrients and erasing any trace of life or animal remains in its wake, but it can also hitch a ride on ocean currents for faster travel. In 2005, a story surfaced of this former worker from a German oil rig that was located between Iceland and the Faroe Islands in the North Atlantic. Allegedly, he reported that one of these black carpet cryptids invaded the machinery room of the rig and slowly began to take it over and climb up the pillars of the rig. And apparently the people in charge decided that the best course of action was to abandon the rig entirely because there was nothing they could do to fight this thing off. The official story was that there was an oil leak that couldn't be fixed, so the existence of this creature and that incident was allegedly covered up. Interestingly, it's said that the black carpet makes a similar sound to the recording of the infamous bloop. Maybe they're one and the same. But what do you think? Is this thing real, or is it just a hoax? Let me know what you think in the comments, and make
A giant worm from Alaska has been spotted off the Pacific Ocean, and it's absolutely terrifying. This creature, resembling a snake, is so large that according to reports, it swallows animals as big as whales in one gulp. However, there's something even more disturbing. Researchers estimate that this monstrous worm has already destroyed nearly 10% of the total ocean life in just a few weeks. The marine ecosystem is in chaos, as this creature devours marine life at an unprecedented rate, severely threatening the delicate balance of ocean biodiversity. If it continues at this rate, life in the oceans might well disappear. Researchers are scrambling to learn more about this giant worm, but gathering data on it is very complicated. This creature is so elusive that it has only been filmed twice. For now, all countries remain on high alert, hoping to find solutions to prevent further damage to marine wildlife. Researchers also fear that this worm could awaken other deadly predators, such as the megalodon, which might come to try and devour this giant worm. When you watch the videos, the size of the creature is terrifying. If you also want to see it, click here then on more and on.
This sea creature was found at the bottom of the ocean, and when researchers discovered its location, they were in shock. An expedition to one of the deepest parts of the Pacific Ocean, known as the Kermadec Trench, revealed something that left even scientists stunned. They captured images of a creature that had never been recorded before, a creature that defies everything we know about marine life. Over 15 meters long and with a partially translucent body, what seemed to be a myth became reality. The team named the creature Leviathan of the Depths. It has tentacles similar to those of a giant squid, but with jaws resembling the teeth of a great white shark. And do you know what's even scarier? Its behavior. According to researchers, the Leviathan swam in circles around the exploration submarine as if it were studying the team. At one point, it charged at the vehicle, causing damage to its reinforced hull. What we're dealing with here might be more than just a simple creature, perhaps a species that evolved in isolation for millions of years. This discovery reignites ancient sailors' tales about monsters devouring entire ships. Could the Leviathan be the origin of these legends? And what if it's not alone down there? Deep sea diver just discovered the bloop. 3 days ago, a guy named Danny Steele from Texas went diving in the Pacific Ocean. What he found that day was unforgettable. He loved diving alone on weekends, so he headed to check out the new spot, which was illegal because of radiation and had many reports of people seeing the bloop there before. While filling his oxygen tanks, Danny heard a really loud and scary sound, way louder than any whale noise he'd ever heard. He got scared for a moment, but he shook it off, thinking it was just his imagination. He dove down about 200 meters, exploring the ocean floor. Every few minutes he saw big fish until his oxygen was running low and he thought about going up. That's when he saw something terrifying. A huge creature like a whale, but way bigger, appeared, making a crazy noise. Danny quickly turned on his GoPro to record it and swam up to the surface as fast as he could. Back on his boat, he called the Coast Guard in a panic, telling them about the bloop and the danger. But those were the last words they heard from him. When the Coast Guard arrived, there was no sign of Danny or his boat, leading people to believe the bloop had eaten them. However, the footage from his GoPro was uploaded to the cloud and was released this morning. I can't show it on TikTok due to... A fisherman just captured a sea hydra on video. Just 9 days ago, a United States fisherman found something incredible off the coast of Maine. John Barnes was deep-sea fishing several miles out when suddenly a storm hit. The violent storm brought forth brutal rain and swept the boat into a violent current which dragged him further into the sea. After 30 minutes, the storm began to calm down. But then suddenly, something huge bashed into the side of his boat. He had no idea what it was, but quickly went to investigate, and what he saw next froze him in shock. From the depths of the ocean, an unimaginable behemoth emerged. The colossal creature was none other than a water hydra. Towering into the sky, each of its 7 heads opened, revealing rows upon rows of razor-sharp teeth. The sheer size and power of the water hydra sent shockwaves through the ocean. John desperately clung to the rails of the ship to stay on board. His ship was found a couple of days later by the Coast Guard, twisted and mangled beyond repair. They also recovered video footage from cameras on board the ship. To see the camera footage...
These are the top 5 deadliest sea creatures living in the deep sea. The last one is so deadly it could make you pee in your pants. Comment which one you think is the scariest. But first, you will have incredible luck if you like and subscribe to my channel.
The first Kodiak shark was just filmed in the Pacific Ocean, and it's capable of doing this to a great white shark. Those who discovered this prehistoric shark were horrified when they realized it was still alive. For centuries, the megalodon was the ultimate predator in the oceans, until a new, even more dangerous shark appeared. No one knows about the Kodiak shark, but knowing could save them from being swallowed alive. A month ago, oceanographers and marine biologists went out to sea to study blacktip sharks by attaching geographic tags to monitor their movements. But they quickly noticed something strange. When the sharks approached the Mariana Trench, they immediately fled as if in danger. To understand what was happening there, 4 people dove into the trench, but once at the bottom, they saw death before them. There was a gigantic shark, easily measuring about 82 feet long. With a powerful flick of its fin, it shot up from the depths and sliced a great white shark in half. This shark, never discovered before, disappeared without a trace. The divers, terrified, rushed to the surface, and the images of the shark, well, if you really want to see them.
Watch carefully. Jack is a deep-sea explorer, and he has a camera on his helmet that records everything he sees. He hopes to find some new marine species, or even clues to the origin of life on Earth. But what he finds is something else entirely. Something that makes his hair stand on end and his heart race. Something he wishes he had never seen. The monster has a long, snake-like body, covered with scales and spikes. It has 6 limbs, each with a claw at the end. Its mouth is full of sharp teeth, and its eyes glow red in the dark. This is something Jack has never seen before. This is a nightmare. The creature notices Jack's submarine and approaches it curiously. It circles around it, examining it with its eyes and tentacles. It seems to sense Jack's presence, and it becomes angry. It attacks the submarine, biting and scratching. It wants to tear it apart and get to Jack. Jack screams in terror as he feels the submarine shaking and breaking. He knows he is doomed. He knows he is going to die. He grabs the camera and presses a button, sending the footage to his team on the surface. He hopes they can see it and warn the world. He hopes they can find a way to stop the monster. He hopes they will remember him. He takes one last look at the creature as it breaks through the submarine's hull. He sees its teeth, eyes, and claws. He sees his death. He closes his eyes and waits for...
Here we go again. Here we go again. Y'all keep playing in the waters. Y'all keep playing and messing with them waters. oh, it's just a normal spot in the middle of the water, right? It's just floating like that, huh? It's just floating like that. Okay. Go ahead, hop your happy ass up in there. Go ahead. Go on, hop in there. Go for a swim. Right? Go for a swim. Look at it. What is that? What type of sea creature is that moving like that? Look how the water is forming around it. What is that? Y'all see on the far left? Watch this. Watch. Look at that. Hold on. Look at it. Right there. You gonna see it? Look at the beginning of it. What is that?
Alright, my people, I just got this from a follower on TikTok, alright? This is some of the most crazy, amazing footage of anything I've probably ever gotten. Now, obviously, I can't verify for sure of its authenticity, but by the looks of it, it's solid. I don't know for sure though. Now, what I'm thinking is, it's an oil rig out in the ocean. Not sure which one. Honestly, not sure what date this was shot. It was posted 4 days ago, but holy cow. It is awesome, guys. It is absolutely awesome. Alright? So, in this next clip, I'm going to play the original clip that was sent to me. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and play it in what I believe is real time. Alright? So, stay tuned. You don't want to miss this, fam. You all do not want to miss this. Check it out. So y'all remember the scene in the new Jurassic World movies where they hang a great white shark over the ocean and a massive creature more or less jumps out of the water and eats it in virtually one bite? Well, allegedly, that's what you saw right there. A Mosasaurus. Believed to be extinct, the Mosasaurus lived around 82 to 66 million years ago during the late Cretaceous period. And these things were at the pinnacle of the food chain. Most archaeologists believed that they grew to a maximum of 56 feet. But I'm here to tell you, they got much bigger. How do I know this? Well, in the video, that one was all of 30, probably possibly more feet, is said to be extinct. And I have possibly located some on an app or something, possibly. I can't verify 1,000%. But like 90. We'll give it a 90. Either way, if this video is found to be authentic, this is colossal. Absolutely game-changing for science. I mean, for real, if these things still exist, sky's the limit as to what else exists out there. I mean, y'all, this is a literal dinosaur. So, arguably, you could say that if this thing exists, Megalodon is still out there, and possibly the Loch Ness. All kinds of different creatures possibly still exist out there in corners of the ocean that we haven't explored. Who knows? Now I'm starting to think too is this has got to have a mother and a father, right? Submarines? What? All I know is after seeing this, you will not catch this guy in the ocean. No way, no how. Period. Either way, y'all, like I said, I can't verify its authenticity. Could it be faked? Absolutely, I'm sure it could. Could be from Jurassic Park, who knows? I don't think so, though. I don't remember the scene at all in the movie. But either way, y'all, it is not 1,000% verifiable as fact. I just want to make that clear. You know me, people, and I know you. And we like to think on the opposing side of the spectrum at times and hope that maybe, who knows, it could be real. Let me know though, y'all, what you think in the comments. This one.
Mermaids have been spotted in the Bermuda Triangle. This footage proves they exist. A mermaid was recently discovered in the Bermuda Triangle, and it's as creepy as it is fascinating. A research team led by Dr. Maricel Rodriguez embarked on a mission to study the unique ecosystem within the Bermuda Triangle. Their vessel, the Deep Explorer, was equipped with state-of-the-art sonar underwater cameras, and one night, while scanning the sea floor, they detected an unusual reading. As they drew closer, the camera captured an image that left everyone stunned. A figure with an interesting aura around it gazing directly at the lens. The team carefully collected the specimen, which they later dubbed Luminaria. Now, initial observations suggested it was a previously unknown species with adaptations that allowed it to thrive in the triangle's unique environment. Luminaria's body glowed with a soft ethereal light, possibly a result of bioluminescent properties. Some experts, proposed that Luminaria might be an evolutionary anomaly, while others speculated about the possibility of an unknown human relative. Now, the discovery sparked heated debates, with some dismissing it as a hoax or misidentification. Mermaids have been spotted.
Sea monsters are real. This creature is worse than all the creatures described in the book of Revelation. According to the Bible, there is a sea monster that lives underneath the sea. It's called the Leviathan. Job 41 describes the Leviathan as a real creature that lives in the depths of the Atlantic. But that's not even the crazy part. Isaiah 27 describes it as a gigantic serpent that lives underneath the sea. It has scales, powerful limbs, and impenetrable teeth. Job 41 suggests that no weapon can destroy it, no chain or rope can tie or chain it down, and it cannot be tamed or controlled. The amazing part is that the same God who created the Leviathan also created these guys. If you want to learn more about the Bible and end-time prophecy, subscribe to my channel right now and type God is.
Guys, we're flying over the Bermuda Triangle, and we're going to investigate that ship at this location. Guys, we heard rumors that the whole crew disappeared here, so we're going to try to find out how and why.
Okay, now we are inside the ship. Something crazy happened here, and we are searching for any evidence to understand what happened. Guys, I think the crew was trying to run experiments on this thing. I don't know its function, let's find out. Guys, they were trying to get this thing working. I think they did, but it caused something bad.
Guys, we're flying over the Bermuda Triangle, and we're gonna...
Indonesian residents may have caught the best evidence that suggests that deep-sea monsters do exist. Washed up on their shores was this enormous creature that is unlike anything humans have seen before. The video gets even more disturbing once the locals discover the front of the monster's head. The huge sea creature has abnormal tusks, as well as hollow holes for eyes. No scientist has ever been able to explain what the animal is. Is this evidence that sea monsters truly
Missile strikes have awakened a terrifying creature that had been sleeping at the bottom of the oceans. A few years ago, several Russian marine geoscience centers reported the presence of a strange rock dome about 2,300 feet deep. According to the oceanographers working at these centers, this dome formed on Earth around 2 million years ago and is completely filled with water. Multiple expeditions were launched to try to drill into it, but every attempt failed. However, on November 20th, Ukraine was authorized to fire American missiles. During the night of November 20th to 21st, they launched 8 ballistic missiles at Russia, but one missed its target and hit the rock dome directly, destroying it completely. Right after the explosion, the oceanographers at the Geoscience Center were terrified when they saw what was underneath the dome. They had detected the signal of a gigantic underwater creature, as if the missile had awakened it from a very long sleep. The creature is now moving through the Pacific Ocean, and it's reported that militaries from several countries have been deployed to eliminate it. 2 soldiers managed to share short videos of the creature. If you want to see it, click on share, then on more, and...
These are the top 5 most dangerous creatures living in the deep sea. The last one is so dangerous that it will make you cry. Comment which one you think is the most dangerous. But first, you will have incredible luck if you like and subscribe to my channel.
Check this out. That's the blob. Y'all believe in aliens yet? Straight out the ocean. We gotta talk about it. So y'all see this thing right here, right?
In a chilling encounter off the coast of the Caribbean, a drone's GoPro captured what experts are calling an unidentified sea creature. The footage shows a massive, scaly figure gliding through the depths, its glowing eyes briefly locking with the camera. Marine biologists remain baffled, with some speculating it could be a previously unknown deep-sea predator. This mystery has sparked a wave of curiosity and fear across the globe.
What these scientists are about to uncover in this video, you don't want to miss it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Pay attention, and let's get straight to it. Pay attention, y'all, because what I don't understand is, how do you have water underwater? It's messing with my head, bro. Look, these dudes is on top of water, bro. Carrying water underwater. Make it make sense. They pouring water in a bucket, bro. How? Underwater. How you underwater? It's messing with my brain because it's not what.
Here are 4 disturbing and scary facts you didn't know. Part 11. During World War II, an American plane crashed on Chichijima, a Japanese island. There were 9 men on board, 8 of whom were captured and eaten. The one who was rescued was George Walker Bush. You can now see if you are being tracked on TikTok. Just click on share, slide to the side, click more, and if an
Captured on camera for the first time, never before seen creatures inhabit the depths of underwater cave systems beneath Liberty City. Isolated from the rest of the environment for millions of years, these submerged caves harbor life forms that have evolved unique adaptations to survive in complete darkness and nutrient-poor conditions. Species such as captured on camera for the first